Hi there! So, it's been 2 years since I started typing in Colemak on 40% keyboards. My first year journey is in this video if you're interested. So let's get to it. This was how my second year went. I started off my second year at around 80 something-ish words per minute, and I very rarely hit 100. In fact, I still very rarely reach 100 words per minute after a whole 2 years. I think my typing speed isn't because of typing in Colemak, but rather how I'm unable to read words in advance as I keep on rechecking the words I type. More of a memory problem instead of a skill problem. One thing that I still appreciate typing in Colemak is I don't feel that much fatigue when typing, although sometimes it's a bit inconvenient when I accidentally place my fingers on the wrong home keys and I start to mistype words. The other thing is, since most of the time I use splits, I feel like my shoulders are always relaxed. This is especially noticeable when I swap to unibody keyboards. Well, except for the Oceanwave, because I think the slightly separated and angled columns kind of emulates a split keyboard. In my second year of using Colemak, close to 20 months in, I bought a laptop for personal use, and since I didn't want to drag my splits everywhere with the laptop, I had to get used to typing back in QWERTY layout. It was awkward to type in this layout, and even now, I can't blind type on the laptop keyboard. I also started to play PC games, which means that either I had to reconfigure all the keys in the game to match my Colemak keyboard, or just pull out my RK100 and hook it up to the PC. Naturally, the latter proved to be much more convenient. So at that 20 months into Colemak typing point of time, I was questioning myself if I really wanted to continue with Colemak. Yes, I have the benefits of less fatigue and better ergonomics, but my typing speed hasn't improved and I still mistype a lot. At this point, I also felt like I'm missing out on nice-to-have QWERTY keycaps and keyboards to choose from, and I find myself browsing keycaps on drop.com, looking at community posts with their shiny, cool-looking keyboards. They just look nice and proper to have. I had these thoughts for a month or two until at last I just kinda got used to typing slowly on QWERTY when using my laptop, and continued with Colemak on my desktop and work PCs. Also thought more on the positives of Colemak 40% splits, including the fact that I don't have to spend so much on keycaps because they just simply aren't many choices for Colemak users. And that's a good thing, because using my current keybobs made me unable to understand premium keyboards with brass plates, gaskets, weights, stabilizers, thank god for no steps, foams, tape mods, etc. Because in the end, I have really bad taste and I doubt I'd be able to share my keybob with other people. Oh yeah, and by the way, talking about switches, although I've been a huge fan of the Harimau sharp tactile switches, I found myself to gravitate towards silent switches nowadays. For this, the Kailh Midnight Pros are my go-to switches, so most probably I'll be sticking to these two switches, the Harimaus and the Kailh Midnights, until I quit mechanical keyboards, I guess. In terms of keycaps, I've moved away from XDA or DSA flat profiles and am a MT3 OEM or cherry person now. Contoured keycaps is the way to go. However, I still wish major cheap keycap makers like ACO can release at least some white on black or black on white cold wrap extra keys for their basic keycap sets. This contradicts to what I said before, that I don't need to spend so much on keycaps, but sometimes you just want more choices, you know? So, in summary, 2 years into Colemak 40% splits. I had a phase where I wanted to quit Colemak because my typing speed wasn't improving, I still mistyped stuff, bummed that I have less choices for keycaps and keyboards, I had a hard time to play PC games without QWERTY, having to force myself to use QWERTY on occasion, and generally feeling left out because Colemak and 40% is such a niche group. But I held my ground and I'm still with my Colemak splits because 200% cool factor when people ask, is that a keyboard? How do you type on this? Less space taken on the desk to put more junk everywhere, better ergonomics, less tired when typing for hours, and because I just got used to them. So yeah, that's how my second year of Colemak went. Looks like I'll be with Colemak in my third year. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. ご視聴ありがとうございました。